Greetings, y'all. It is Matt from the Green Arcade. I'm back playing some more Farming Simulator 25. So, a few things have happened. I've thought it through and I've decided what I'm going to do. So, today we're going to go sell these cotton bales. Matter of fact, we'll do that and talk at the same time. Because today is the 3rd of February. It always seems like the 3rd day. If you're on 3-day seasons, it seems like the later, or not 3-day seasons, 3-day months, it seems like the later in the month, the price is higher on everything. So that might be the time to sell stuff. Let's load these up. Let's see. Switch to that. Here we go. There's one load. Tell you, this was a great investment. Great investment. I'm already loading. Why am I already? Hang on, I gotta. Nope. I think I'm done messed up. Hang on. I done messed up, Aaron. I gotta switch to the back trailer. Move these off. There's a train. The train. Now switch to that. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Alright. So, I've come to a decision. So I had talked about what I was going to do with the field situation. So what we're going to do, I have decided that the soybean straw, overall, it's not really worth it. For a full load that takes a while to pick up, you only get 30 grand. And I know that sounds like a lot, but compared to the dry corn, which I sold back on the 3rd day of December, I think it was, took it to the ethanol plant, got somewhere over 1900 for it, and made a ton of money. Matter of fact, I made enough money just on dried corn to pay off the loan. So we have no more loan. And let's see, for a full load with our trailers, I got 460,000, something like that, maybe. Trying to remember now. Yeah, it was up there. So the money is in dried corn. The money is in soybeans. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna let the fields follow for this year. And then, you might be saying, well, wait, that's pretty drastic. Yeah, pretty drastic. We've got some dried corn that is drying right now, and for some reason my voice wants to give out right when I start recording. We've got some corn that's drying right now, but that doesn't mean the end of farming for this year, because there will be fields that we buy that will most likely be planted in some crop that we want. So there might be some more bean fields planted. There might be some more corn fields planted. We know there's a barley field up there that we're kind of interested in. And we're just a stone's throw away from having enough money to buy that one. So we're not gonna plant anything this year. The only thing we're gonna live off of is what we buy. Kind of drastic, but it's not worth the time to pick up the soybean straw. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna drop it down anymore. It's a nice thing to have when you're starting out, but once you get into beans and get into the dry corn, it's a lot more efficient to just focus on those. So not doing that. I'm gonna pause the silage operation as well, because even with those loads, you get 50,000 per load. It's not bad, but I think that we want to get to the point where we are getting into selling our soybeans, picking up the fields that are planted in April probably. Again, we've paid the loan off. We're actually positive $731,000 right now, so that's good. How do I sell in this place? Is there a drop point? This is the place that had the best price. Is it over there to the side? You know what? It must be off to the side. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a truck hitch for these trailers, because these tractors won't fit through here too well. Where do I drop these? Can I drop them right here? Or you know what? Is it one of those things where you don't have to actually drop them? Can you just drive through there and they go? Oh man, they're kind of tall too. Let me switch back to that front trailer. How do I... Nope, I don't think you can drop them. Where? There's not a icon thing here, so what do you do? Might not be the best place to sell these. What's the next best place? I picked this place because it was the highest price. That's not always the best place to go, though. Let's see. There's a feed and grain. 25.34. Montana Hay Company. You know what? Montana Hay Company is just right down the hill. Where is that place? Oh, that's way back up there, isn't it? Is that way up there in Moccasin? Yeah, that's way up there in Moccasin. We'll just take it right down the hill here. That's the Montana Hay Company down there. A few dollars less, but we'll still make decent change off of it. Alright, let's get through here. Tight spot. Oh no. A very tight spot with this thing hanging out. Oh man. Let's go down this road right here. This is another reason where, you know, you do the soybean straw. If you go the legit route, take this road and you have to go all the way down here. So I'm wondering, can I just drop these things on the trailer? I was able to before, but that was back in Alma. So here's the sell point for this place. And just drive forward. So we're at 731. Yes, I can just drive forward. So there's one trailer, 229 per trailer. That's not bad. It's not too bad. Let's switch to the back trailer. Alright, so we've made a little bit of money. So then the other way to get to this place would be to go by our field over here. And then come up the little approach here and go get the rest of the bales. Alright, so we're selling the cotton. Whoa, this thing don't turn. Oh. Yeah, I definitely need to get either a gooseneck trailer for this. You cannot turn this. It does not have a turn. Sharp enough turn radius on it. Oh, come on, darn. Trailers are flipping over. Don't get stuck, don't get stuck, don't get stuck, don't get stuck, don't get stuck. We made it. Whew. Yeah, we've got to change these trailers up. We gotta make these semi trailer approved or something. So we could do, I'd say probably the best thing to do would be get the truck with the the ball hitch in the bed and then use like the gooseneck. Now we might keep the back one as a pin hitch instead of hauling around 2 gooseneck trailers. So, alright, I'm glad I have that mic mute button. So we'll go get this last load, but yeah, let the fields follow for now, and then we'll buy the fields that we want that pop up. And we'll wait, I'll tell you what, we'll wait till at least April or May, and then we'll get into selling the beans. Because we actually ended up with a grand total of 2.711 million liters of soybeans. So that's going to be a nice payday. Looking forward to that. But the goal here is to buy the Northwest Plains. And I set the goal for August 2nd. We're on the way to that goal. As of this recording, still have not heard anything about any update from DJ on the map, whether it's going to require a new save, but I think it's just time. I mean, the map is, I'm fine with the map as it is right now, and unless he makes like a change that's like, you know, hey, you know, you can sell these buildings and stuff like that. You get to the point where it's like, how long do you wait? You can wait, you can wait, you can wait, you can wait. But I think it's time. I think it's time we move on and get going with all the plans that we have and stuff, so. Alright, now I gotta remember to switch this back to that. And then that button there we go. That's how you do that. And the back trailer, ooh man, save right there, Ron was trying to do that. Alright, pick up just those 2 bales, yep. Yeah, this thing does not have a great turning radius on it. Look at this, look how wide it has to turn. Let me go out here in this field. I need to get rid of that tag too. Or well, you know what, I could probably take these over there maybe. Of course, I don't think there's really an open sell point over there either. I think that's, if you had like loose cotton that wasn't baled, it might be okay. Or if you wanted to put them in there 1 bale at a time, but kind of convenient to just be able to drop them somewhere. Alright, so we'll remove that tag. Tell you what, we'll fly over there real quick. So where was that? Cotton. What does that say? Feed and grain, Flathead? Yeah, Flathead, feed and grain. I don't even know where that's at. Let's fly over there. Go in the right thing here. You know what? I'm not even in the right. I gotta go in this menu. It's always confuzzling. You have to figure out which menu you have to go into. I wish it showed the tag on here too, because then I could just fly straight to it, but now I gotta search for it. I think it's this place. Right here. No, it's not that one. It's not that one. Which one is it? It's over here somewhere. Oh, is it this place? Oh, it's this place. Yeah, see, there's no open sell point for this place. You'd have to go up in here, and I'll be honest with you, our stack of cotton bales is not gonna fit in there. Unless this is a sell point down here for it, which I don't think it is. I don't think it is, no. No, there's no open sell point down here, so I guess the Montana Hay Company will be getting our cotton for right now. Unless in the future there's another place. You'd think the spinnery would have a good price for them, but it's not one of the upper ones. We'll haul this load down there. And then what I may do, I may just leave those last 2 cotton bales. Take this full load down there, and then we'll come back and see what's what. You know what? It is February now. I wonder if there's any cotton fields that have been planted. Haven't done really any contracts. I'm gonna say probably not. I don't see any cotton. I don't see anything growing, I should say that. Because cotton they plant in February, right? Yeah. Cotton is in February. All the way through March. So I guess there's a chance there could be some late cotton out there. There might be one down there. Yeah, there's one cotton field down there. These 2, they're harvested. Not really a lot of fields, a lot of new fields right now. But we'll find out more as we go further on. And we plan to do that. So we got another 460,000-ish, close to $460,000 here with these loads of cotton bales. We're getting $229 per trailer. So yeah, close to it. 458. Might as well round it up. $460,000. I would go the short way, but I know I don't want to get stuck again. So yeah, I think probably the strategy. And you know what? We might buy one of those trucks. We may go ahead and buy one of those trucks and turn these into gooseneck trailers. At least the front one. Go ahead and do that, and so the next time we'll be ready. There's the shortcut that I had been taking, previously selling the soybean straw. Now I'll have some soybean straw if I want to sell it, which I probably can. I'll have what, 1, 2, 3 million liters of soybean straw to sell, because I've got it stored in the harvester silos. It's one of the things you can store up there. Alright, let's sell these bales. Go to the rear trailer. Sell those bales. Alright, we got a little extra cash. Alright, I think I'm just going to park this right here. I've got a ton of stuff. Only a fraction of it is actually parked in a shed somewhere. Just an FYI. So, yeah, let's go look again. Yeah, those are the only things. Other than clover and alfalfa out there, that's the only field besides the barley field we were looking at. And I think it's ready to go. Let's go ahead and get that one, I guess. It's a decent sized field, and then we can replant that either in barley or do something completely different next time around. But this will be one that we can harvest, so let's buy that one. That's 912. Got to keep the barley going, keep the beer and the whiskey going. All right. So let's tab. I want to get to something. There we go. In the house. Yeah, because doing it the other way selling the soybean, selling the silage, selling the soybean straw. We wouldn't have time to do this, to meet the goals that we have set forth. So we will sleep. I'm not even going to look at the sales. Not even going to look at the sales. It's money out of the pocket. We've still got some of our productions going. As a matter of fact, I need to go and check on those. So we are now in March. I'll check on the fields too. Let me check on the productions real quick. Factories. So we're still pretty well good with soybeans, with soy milk. At some point we'll need to take the water trailer up there and refill that with water, but it's still more than half full. We're at 59% up there, so we're fine there. The whiskey factory is doing fine. I think we're good there. We could add a little dry corn there, but other than that, it's good to go. And the Yingling factory, the beer factory, that's still good to go. So, as far as those go, corn dryers. This one we can actually shut off. Is that the one that I put all the stuff in? Yeah. So we've got 700,000 liters of dry corn down there. So we need to plant more corn in the future. This one is shut off. It's been shut off for a while. Or no, this one's been shut off for a while. This is the one we just looked at. That one's, it's got propane in it, so we could add corn to that one and utilize that one too. I've actually already shut those off. These things never run out of propane. It holds 5 million liters of propane. We're fine on propane. So let's look at the fields. Go to growth. It never really changes, does it? Oh yeah, it did change a little bit. Okay, so this is March. What do we got over there? Oh, wouldn't you know they'd put that in something that we don't want? Sugar beets. What is that? Oh, and spinach too? You gotta be kidding me. Let's go to growth. What'd they put this field in? Ooh, what's that? Is that potatoes? No! Maybe we should just wait till next year to buy fields. Is there anything out there that we can use? What's that field? What are these fields in? Clover. Oh, and there's a save. We might not be doing any harvesting this year. Let's see. We bought the barley field, so we do have the one field. The one field there so far. Let's go back to growth. What are these fields in? That one, that's actually not bad. That's an oats. I think that's potatoes. Yeah, what is that? That looks like spinach. Yep. So this big one here is an oats. How much is that one? 1.3 million. Eh. Spinach. Wouldn't it be the story of our lives? Man, I have never seen a more unlucky planting calendar. Potatoes, sugar beets, spinach. Oh my. I mean, literally, it's like everything is like not what we want. Sugar beets. Why would that? Why, who in their right mind would plant this big field in sugar beets? Are you kidding me? That's what that is. That's in sugar beets. Oh my goodness gracious. Kind of makes me want to break out the planter. But we have the one field in barley. We have that one field. Oh man. So there's still some that are not planted yet. And we're not in April yet. So maybe, just maybe, cross your fingers, this will be in soybeans or corn. But there's nothing, from what I can see, there's nothing out there that we're really interested in right now. I don't know what these farmers are thinking. I don't know. We're gonna go to April. We're gonna live on beans and cornbread right now. I did see where Chibaki is bringing cornbread back to Alma in the Alma update. Don't know when that update's coming out, but that's kind of interesting that I'm taller than my chandelier there. Check this again. I hear the plane. It's probably carrots. Nope, that's oat. That's not bad. It's a little field right there. All right, let's go to April. Just to see what they plant. And then I think the next time around we'll go into June and hopefully get to the point where we can sell our soybeans here. Gonna get a nice payday off of those. All right, one more day. I've never gotten this much sleep. It's nice. Even if it is in the virtual world. I get more sleep in Farm Sim than I do in real life. Alright, so we are now in April. The time has come. Let's see. It's going to take a minute for the map to update. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go out on the porch. Drink some of my coffee. And enjoy the scenery. So. Has it updated? Yes. No. No. It has not updated. Has it updated? Not really. Yes, it did update. Okay, it takes a second for it to update. And if I remember right, it kind of goes like from north to south. So what did they plant there? Oh, hallelujah. They planted beans in this big field. Oh, I know what we're getting for Christmas. We're going to buy that. Ooh, and it's ready to go too. It doesn't have any weeds in it. It's fully fertilized. Oh man, are you serious? How much is that field? 1.4 million. What else did they plant out there? Anything good? Oh look, they planted beans right there too. So, what kind of contracts? Are there any really nice big contracts out there? There's a big hoeing contract right there. That's actually a field we're kind of looking at. And they hold off on that one now that they've done this big bean field over here, though. Oh, you know what? We could dive into the loan a little bit, but we're going to be selling them beans too, so those are safe for now. Oh, look, it looks like there's some corn out there too. So there's corn there and corn there. Looks like some soybeans in that field right there. That's not too bad of a field. How much is that one? 357. That's not bad. Maybe corn right in that one. Or is that sunflower? Nope, that's sunflower. Never mind. But yeah, that bean field right there. Get that one. And I might just buy these two just to plow them under. Depends on where we sit when we get there. Looking around. Oh, there's one in beans right there. That's a nice one there. 665. Now there is one down south that's in beans. I wish I could refresh the map and not have to exit out of it every time. So that one is in beans. That one's way... I guess it's not too far from one that we already own, though. Maybe it's time to start looking down in this area, depending on, what they plant. Okay, well, that makes me happy. That gives me something to kind of shoot for, that field right there. So we'll come back in the next episode and probably aim for these cornfields too. Oh, look, there's another cornfield right there. That's down in the corn belt too. That's where we plant our corn. Ooh, what's that? Is that barley? Oh, that's in barley, so we can buy that field too. And you know what? If we have the money, if we have the funds, we could get the alfalfa fields down there and then replant those in corn too. We could have all corn down here. Wouldn't that be something? All corn. All the corn down here. So that would be awesome. That'd be cool. Because we're most likely, all the prices that I looked at, the ethanol plant in December had the best price for the dry corn. So it kind of makes sense for me to do the corn down here like I originally planned. So looking at these bean fields, gonna come back. I think hopefully in the next episode, we'll be to the point where we can sell our beans. There's still a couple of fields that have not been planted in anything down there, but I think we're mainly focused on the region up here. Particularly the ones that we can plow together, kind of. So we own every field up here. This area is ready. This area is ready. We get that field, and this area will be ready next year. What'd they plant there? Canola. Hey, that area will be ready too. We buy that field, and then we'll have this whole stretch through here. We buy that northeast plains area. When we get there, plow all that together. It's disappointing there's potatoes there, but that's that's the thing. But I'm glad they put soybeans there. At least we'll have a big field of beans there. Because we're not planting anything this year. We're going to skip this year on planting and harvest the fields that we buy. So it looks like there's some decent ones out there. All right. So next episode, get ready, buttercups. We're going to sell some beans, I think. Hopefully we'll get to that point and maybe might do some contracts or something, see what we can get into, but we're going to make a ton of money off the beans, so I might hold off. I'm kind of tired of contracts, I'll be honest, but you got to make the money where you make the money, right? You got to make that bread. All right, until the next time, remember you reap what you sow. Matt from the Grand Arcade. We'll see y'all in the next one. Have a good one.